Well, one of the early memories was in our very first office where we would walk up for a cup of, or not a cup of coffee, where we'd walk up from the office across Wellington Street up to get a sandwich. And I well recall looking to my right, and Christine was with us. And I said, "What are those people doing over there?" They were all sitting at a table in a venue called uh, Bellissimo, I think a coffee shop. And I said, "What are they doing there?" And Christine said, "They having a coffee." I said, "What? People have coffees? What do you mean they're having a coffee?" "Oh yes, they're sitting down at the table having a coffee and having their sandwiches." Well, that illustrates the state of our awareness, having just arrived in Australia, of the coffee scene. Yeah. That we knew nothing about that particular scene, and bearing in mind that now we are roasters of coffee, and we sell the stuff in as much volume as we can. But that sort of tells you how naive we were in some ways when we were starting up our business. You know, I was more involved in perhaps some of the administration issues than Viv was, because Viv was fully engrossed in the technical side of the day-to-day business, and I was living with the making sure that, in amongst doing some consulting work, making sure that the invoices were put together, that the invoices were posted out, and so on and so on. And we were getting through success, more than anything, we were getting into a real mess, because you were being so successful in the consulting that your back office was falling in a heap. And we employed a young lady called Rachel Cottier, who was a new from Coopers and Lybrand, a chartered accountant, and almost to my I was almost against employing her because her salary was substantial. And fortunately, somebody else in the company said, "We must get this person." And she almost became a mentor to me, because I saw what a really clever, smart accountant can do for a business. And she absolutely turned our business around. And she stayed with us through thick and thin. She was still there when Viv and I left. She subsequently went to another company. She raised 2 children while she was a full-time accountant within our office. She would her husband would arrive with the expressed milk. She would go into a special room, feed the baby. He would then take the baby home. She had a husband who was more or less a home husband, so that made it a lot easier. But this lady showed me what people can do, what clever people can do for you when you're not as clever as they, but you have the right relationship. They can transform things for you. And she did that. So in a way, although she was an employee, I always look at what that kind of person, you always got to find and employ those kind of people, because they make you.